Before I begin today's video, I have some stuff I want to tell you all. First, I want to thank you all so much for all the support I've been getting recently. I have been getting it as a creator. Though it may not seem like much, I've gotten 20 new subscribers since Mona, which at this point we might as well just call Merry Mago Month. As a small creator, that many people enjoying my content makes me really feel like somebody. Second, I have made us a Discord server and a subreddit, link in the description. Third, I have made my own avatar. Some parts of my videos have been a little empty, so I will fill those parts partially with this guy, based on my favorite fictional character, my new source of subs, and Galacta Knight because Galacta Knight is just pretty cool. Let's get this lore news started. Spoilers for Kirby's Return to Dreamland and Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Also, Kirby Star Allies and Kirby in the Forgotten Land. So around a month ago, at the beginning of Month of the Ancients, I predicted what I thought would happen in the Magolor Epilogue in the new game based on a leak. First, I'll say what I got wrong. Marks did not appear, Galacta Knight did not appear, Orphanet did not appear, and Dark Nebula didn't appear as the final boss. I was wrong about the Constant Fire appearing because it looked like it was an HE double hockey sticks, but I was right about Magolor being dead. So since Star Allies, we have been getting modes where Kirby, mostly, goes to another dimension after some important character dies. Heinz could have died in one way or another. He either died from sacrificing himself to Void, and also the Mage Sisters with him, but we hear them screaming when they're launched out of Void Terminus. So, it could be this. In Forgotten Land, Leon would have died from being consumed by IDF-86. Vecto Elphalus died from the power of friendship and this truck that Kirby and Elphalin randomly found. In Magolor, if he died from this Ultra Sword here that Kirby uses for the final hit in the game against the final boss. So aside from being right, well mostly, what else is new about the Magolor Epilogue? For the first 3 parts, we don't get anything too special. And in the 4th part, the only change that's made from the main story is just the boss. And also, for some reason that we'll get to in a minute, Wispy Woods doesn't appear and doesn't even have any form in the Magolor Epilogue until the end. But I didn't mention their pause screens. They all mention they're gathering fruit fragments for their boss. That actually reminds me of some figure descriptions from Kirby in the Forgotten Land. But I'm not saying that there is an intended connection. So, in the Rampaging Doomer's boss fight pause screen description, it actually mentions who the boss is. Then we get the real lore next. So, we get 2 new victims of the Master Crown. First, it is used on Grand Doomer, leader of the Doomers, to collect fruit fragments for reasons we actually don't know yet to my knowledge. And after we assemble the fruit fragments and a giant gem apple appears and we beat the Crown Doomer, it is taken over by the Master Crown, yada yada. But after we beat it, we get the real final boss of the Magolor Epilogue, not Wispy Woods. So, not only can the Master Crown possess sentient beings, but other artifacts. Assuming that the big gem apple isn't sentient. After winning the fight, to finish him off, old Mags pulls out this sword from the ground that was just there, but we were just wondering why it's there, and it actually has a reason. But he pulls it from the ground and turns it into the Ultra Sword. He slices it in half like Kirby did to him after he betrayed him. Some of the pictures in the credits show where Magolor ends up. He ends up in the Kirby Clash world. So not only do we know why Magolor canonically uses the Ultra Sword and Gem Apples and Star Allies, but Kirby Clash is, in a way at least, canon. It's not the same universe, but like, still. So, how about I now explain the entire timeline of our boy Magolor, and how somebody my avatar is based on might be canon. So we all know the story of Return to Dreamland, right? Well, I'll just summarize Magolor's relevance to it real quick. He fails to take the Master Crown from Landia. He uses Kirby to reassemble his ship after crash landing into Popstar on purpose, so that Kirby would help him. He heard of Kirby, the pink tough puff from the first traitor in the series, Marks. Well, that's just a theory, a game theory, but it's not confirmed yet, so. He takes Team Kirby to his home planet, Halcandra, after they reassemble his ship. The team is shot down by the Guardian of the Master Crown, Landia. Not knowing what Magolor has done, Team Kirby fights Landia due to what they think is a threat to Magolor if he returned home and just lived here all by himself. And we don't really see any friendly life on Halcandra. So, Magolor takes the Master Crown from one of Landia's head after we defeat it, and using this very powerful artifact, uses it to take over the universe, or at least attempts. Team Kirby prevails and punish Magolor for what he has tried to do. But, real quick, I should mention that I believe Magolor didn't want to take over the universe until the Master Crown possessed him, and that was its will. And he wanted the Master Crown either for money or just power, or wanted to do something less, maybe. But that's just one of my mini theories that I got. So, anyway, after his death, he is sent to another dimension. He collects fruit fragments to try and escape. He defeats the mind-controlled Grand Doomer. He kills this with the Ultra Sword he has made. He is sent to another dimension. Speculation will appear from now on until I mention Star Allies, but not all of the section will be speculation. Okay, now. So with the big gem apple, he plants it to grow even more mini gem apples. But instead of just harvesting them himself to gain a large profit, he lets this world's Kirby harvest them and give Magolor them. To repay Kirby for what he's doing for him, he gives him weapons, armor, etc. And I also think that it's out of guilt for what he's done. But why is he using the gem apples for money? To make it up to the main universe's Kirby. Magolor uses this world's Star Cutter to go home. Hey everybody, sorry to interrupt, but mid-edit Mason here. Remember how I said earlier that I would talk about how a character my avatar is based on might be canon? Yeah, I almost forgot. Of course, I'm talking about Galacta Knight because Kirby's literally the main character, and Magolor is obviously canon too. So basically, how I said Magolor used this world's more Star Cutter to escape, I believe that Galacta Knight might have just snuck a ride on with Magolor to get into the main universe, because Galacta Knight exists in this one for real, so, okay, let's just go back to the normal schedule, back to normal me. He uses his immense profit to build many theme parks for Kirby, and also one for DDD and DDD Drum Dash. So, Magolor joins Kirby and Star Allies to help him on this adventure to work on his redemption. And this is where Magolor's story ends, actually. For now, at least. If you go down to Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe's eShop page, scroll down to the age rating, it says, in-game purchases. So, as of now, there's nothing there's nothing to download at all, free or not. So, I believe we will get a DLC, possibly expanding on Magolor's own adventure in the new world he's in, that we've also previously explored. That's all for today, everybody. Subreddit and Discord links are in the description. And since as of now, I'm around 3/4 to 100 subscribers, and I got a plan for when I get to 100 subscribers. And I'm gonna host a live stream where I do a Kirby lore Q&A. You guys ask me any questions you got, I'll start answering them. So yeah, you get the chance to appear in a video. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Subscribe.